I want to talk to you this week about taking chances, taking risk. And I'm shooting this inside one of the places that when I think about taking a chance and taking a risk, I think about this place. I'm standing in the winner's circle of Churchill Downs, probably the most famous horse racing track in the world. And you think about how many people bet on horses that run right out here on this track. Most people that bet on horses pick them because they like the name of the horse, they may like the story of the horse, but it's a risk. Now I think about this question: what are the risks that are worthy of taking? You see, in order to create change in your life, you're going to have to do something different. By virtue of the fact that you're doing something different, that's called a risk. And I realize that sometimes that's a very scary proposition, because whatever it is you're going to do differently is something you've probably never done. But it's necessary. When I think about doing things differently, I think about the story of my wife, Angela. For those of you that don't know her and don't know her story, when she was an 18-year-old college freshman, she had a rock climbing accident in Colorado. She fell 125 feet in a vertical free fall and almost died. In order for her life to be saved, the physicians had to take some chances. They had to do some things differently. There were certain medical procedures that Angela went through that nobody had ever undergone. There were certain medications Angela ended up taking over the years that were part of a pilot study. They were basically taking a chance. Nobody had ever been on these medications. But they were necessary to save her life. When I think about taking a chance, I think about my Antarctic heroes, guys like Ernest Shackleton and Robert Scott, Roald Amundsen. These were the first people who ever ventured into the polar regions of the world. Obviously, these guys took a chance by doing something that nobody else had ever done before. But in order to create change in our lives and get a different result, we have to do something different. And sometimes that thing that we need to do differently is something we've never done before, maybe something nobody's ever done. So the question for our thought this week is, what are the chances you need to take? What things do you need to do differently that maybe you've never done before? As you consider your life and you think about your role as an employee, a business owner, think about your role as a spouse, as a parent. In order to make improvements and make changes, what do you need to do differently? What chances do you need to take? Don't be afraid to take them. I wanted to bring that question to the forefront of our thinking this week, in this week's edition of Antarctic Moments, coming to you from one of the greatest places where people take risk in the world in terms of betting on horses, here from Churchill Downs in Louisville, Kentucky. Antarctic Mike signing off from the track.